Hello! Today we're going to read Harold and the Purple Crayon. And when I look at the front cover of our book, I see a little boy right here. And he's holding a purple crayon. So I'm going to make a prediction and say that this is Harold. One evening, after thinking it over for some time, Harold decided to go for a walk in the moonlight. So we were right, this is Harold, and he's holding his purple crayon. There wasn't any moon, and Harold needed a moon for a walk in the moonlight, and he needed something to walk on. So we see he's drawing a moon and he's drawing a path. He made a long straight path so he wouldn't get lost, and he set off on his walk, taking his big purple crayon with him. But he didn't seem to be getting anywhere on the long straight path. So he left the path for a shortcut across a field, and the moon went with him. The shortcut led right to where Harold thought a forest should be. Let's think. What different things do we see in a forest? We could see trees or animals, maybe different plants. Let's see if Harold draws something of those things. He didn't want to get lost in the woods, so he made a very small forest with just one tree. It turned out to be an apple tree. The apples would be very tasty, Harold thought, when they got red. So he put a frightening dragon under the tree to guard the apples. It was a terribly frightening dragon. Oh no, Harold might be scared of that dragon. It even frightened Harold. He backed away. His hand holding the purple crayon shook. Oh, and I see he's starting to draw something else on the ground. Suddenly, he realized what was happening. But by then, Harold was over his head in an ocean. Let's think, what could Harold do to save himself? He needs to draw something. He came up thinking fast, and in no time he was climbing aboard in a little boat. He quickly set sail, and the moon sailed along with him. So Harold thought fast, and he drew a boat to save himself in the water. After he had sailed long enough, Harold made land without much trouble. He stepped ashore on the beach, wondering where he was. The sandy beach reminded Harold of picnics, and the thought of picnics made him hungry. So he laid out a nice, simple picnic lunch. He's making his lunch. He has one thing on his blanket. There was nothing but pie. But there were all 9 kinds of pie that Harold liked best. Do we think that Harold can eat all of this pie by himself? I don't know, but we're going to have to find out later, because now we're going to draw our own purple picture. I'm gonna use a purple marker. And it's okay if you have a different color. Mine's going to be purple like Harold's, but if you have blue, you can use blue or red. So I'm gonna start my picture like Harold. Harold started with a straight line. I'm gonna draw a straight line. And now I'm gonna go up. And now I'll go across. So now I have a picture like this. And I'm thinking, Harold first made a path. And then he went into the forest, and then he went into the sea. What can I turn my picture into? I can draw another line down and across, and I can make my picture a house. So I want you to use your imagination with your marker or crayon or pencil and draw something. And it can be a house, it can be a forest, it can be a sea. You can draw whatever you want to. And then later, we're gonna finish our book and continue our picture.